setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge, the beautiful state of South Carolina today. So, yesterday, the rain came a-pouring down. I mean, it came down like someone just dumped a bucket on my house. But today, everything is nice and green, fresh, ready to go, ready to grow, I should say. So we get a lot of rain here in South Carolina, and sometimes I wonder, where does it all go? Because I'm up on the hill, and all my water's running down. I'm right at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and so I'm up in the hills. So it's going down in streams and rivers someplace. I just don't know where it's going, but I'm very thankful for the rain. I was thinking, as I was preparing for this, about how many times I have sat down with clients and talked about what their needs really were. I mean, I've been doing this since 1984. So I have heard and I've seen and I've been involved in so many different aspects of business. And I'm beginning to wonder, because over the years I've seen that things have gotten more difficult to do, even though that technology has come and touched us on the shoulder and said, hey, we're here to help you, and it has. But the red tape has gotten bigger from the various governments, from the Internal Revenue Service to the state and local counties and to the cities and to the, and it just goes on. Whatever government entity wants to get a hold of your money, they begin to talk about raising taxes. Now, I'm moving my offices from California. And I've been doing this slowly over a period of 3 years. So July will be my last time that I will operate in California. Everything's being moved. Everything's being relocated. Because the red tape and the bureaucracy that it takes to run a business anymore has become tougher and tougher, even for the small guy. We not only have to deal with the property taxes, but we also have to deal with the business property taxes and filing up those forms and paying those fees. And then we've got city reports that we have to do. And then we have state reports. And then we have federal reports. And the state sat down the other day because they thought let's raise some more taxes. Let's raise some more money. We really need some more money. So they threw out some things. And one of them was, okay, let's tax everybody on every text message that they send to each other. Now, everyone has pretty much adopted the texting method of communication. And they know that. The state of California knows that Californians know how to text, and they text a lot, and thousands and millions of texts go out every single day through California. That's 5 cents, 10 cents. Let's just tax them on their text messaging. Then they came up and said, okay, let's start taxing them on the water. Whatever water they consume in any fashion, form, or method, we're going to tax them on it. Stupid, isn't it? State of California has become, let's be creative and come up with a new tax. So if you look at the overall tax, and thank God we had some kind of a tax break over this last year, But what the state of California wants to do is they want to raise it more. So Californians were paying over 50% of their wages in taxation. That's not what the founding fathers of this nation ever thought it was going to end up or would ever happen. That's why they left England, because they were being overtaxed. Remember, they threw the tea into the Boston Harbor because they were being taxed too much by their mother country. So we're at the same point. We're at this taxation without representation. Even the state of California came up with an idea. They said, okay, for every satellite, or whatever flies over our state of California, we're going to tax them. Now, how stupid can a state become where they think everything should be taxed? They'll probably even start taxing you on the breath that you take every moment. I'm taking a deep breath because I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated because California, where I grew up in, where I was born in, where I started my business in 1984, and now having to leave it because it's just a state that has become overrun by bureaucracy and taxation. The city streets do not get repaired because they're taking care of homeless and they're taking care of drug addicts and everything else and illegal aliens, providing them with medical care, and they're going to tax you on that also, by the way. But it's become bad. It's become a state where it has really become a third world state. You drive through the streets and now you see tents all over the place because people have decided to plant a tent and call that their home. San Francisco, Los Angeles have had poop all over their streets for about 3 years now, and it's getting worse and worse because people are just pooping. Of course, that then causes disease. But the state of California does not care. So what did they decide to do? They said, okay, now we're going to pay for medical insurance. We're going to pay for medical care for illegal aliens who are not putting anything into the tax coffers. But we're going to pay for them. And what amazes me is that what we've seen is companies like me, small guys like me, and I'm a small guy, move out of the state of California because they can go to a state that would love for them to be there, that want them to be there, that want them to create jobs. California politicians have decided, hey, we don't want any new companies in here. I'll tell you what really upsets me probably more than anything. If you own a LLC, an S-Corp, a corporation, partnership, every year you have to pay $800 to the state of California, whether or not if you've made a profit or not. $800 a year. And then you have to pay another $25 to file a statement of information. That's fine. But if you miss the date on that to $25 to pay this statement of information, it jumps up to $250. In the state of California, they do not want to give you any kind of break whatsoever. The highest cost right now that's causing the state of California to go into debt is the employee unions that they have there. That will break them, because when you retire from the state of California, you get more than what you were ever making as an employee of the state. That's why state employees, sit around talking about their retirement. That's predominantly their whole interest. When they retire, how much are they going to get? And if they, just a few months before they retire, then they apply for an upgrade or a promotion into a new job that pays more, and then when they retire, their salary is based upon that few months of in that new job. It's an unfair system to the taxpayers of California, but Californians don't do anything about it. So companies like myself and people who want to survive and who want to grow their companies, we go to other states where it's business friendly. So think about that just a little bit, of how dumb the state of California has become and how much damage that they have done to the citizens of California. And they're doing more and more damage. And everything that they give away for free, the state of California says, okay, taxpayer, divvy up, give me more of your money. We're going to get it from you somehow. We may get it from your text messages. We may get it from the hair on your head. Every time you go in for a haircut, maybe we'll tax that too. So California has become a state of third world predominance. They're the only state in the union that has become so bad that it has done so much damage, and now people are moving from the state of California. Who's moving in? All of the homeless. So at some point in time, they're not going to have enough revenue coming into the state of California because more people are moving out. It's a sad situation. It's an unfair situation to the taxpayers of California. They are setting the state up for failure based upon their political belief of liberalism and socialism. So if you own a business, move out, because it's not going to get any better for you. It's just going to get worse. If you have employees there, manufacturing plants there, move it to a tax-friendly state. Move it to a state that is going to love you instead of hate you. Because California politicians do not like you. It's a sad situation, isn't it? I never thought that I would be moving away from the state that I grew up in, that I was born in. The state that I've called home for all of my life. Well, most of my life. I lived up in the state of Washington and also in Massachusetts for a while too. But California was my home. So July, the doors of my office go closed. And I start again in a brand new state. It's an amazing situation, sad situation, that California has destroyed my home, my state, my friends. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. If you need mediation on any business or divorce or work conflict or anything that you need mediation for, even family issues, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. mlodge@lodge-co.com. Be more than happy to talk with you, more than happy to work with you. That's what I'm here for. I've been doing it since 1984, and I'll keep doing it until I'm in my walker, which could be any moment now. I don't know, but it could be with all this moving that I'm having to do. Can you imagine? I'm moving my offices from Los Angeles, and I'm moving my home items from South Carolina. So I have two moves going on at the same time, and July will be the end of it. And then everything will be consolidated together and we will be in one spot. Finally, after 3 years of slowly shutting this California office down. I'll talk with you soon. Everybody go out there and have a great day, because it is a great day. Talk to you soon.
And taxes on W
for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.